competition career?
Yeah, she reached out to us before the Wildapalooza last year, said, hey, it's my first major competition, really just trying to find my way in the sport, but keeping an eye out for me. Sure enough, 1 year later, she's sitting here on the top heat at Sideline.
That's Leah Irons, who we're going to weigh number 4, a CrossFit panel in Allen, Texas. And we start with that 40-foot torque tank push, and there's something about lane number 9, Shayla Laurie, just ripping through that initial 40-foot push. That was the same lane that we saw Winter Rodriguez working at it, but she also smoked that first torque tank push, and now 45 calories on the skier to begin this event. Lead number 1 unofficially with top time of 11 minutes even.
What we saw in that first heat is that as this test progresses, it really came down to keeping a high clip on the chest to bar pull-ups. You know, there's an really heavy skill component on the skier here, just kind of some grunt work. Same with the torque tank. And so really the big difference here is how long can you hold on those chest to bar pull-ups.
Well, Shayla Laurie mentioned her just ripping through that initial torque tank push. She was your 2021 occupational gauge winner in the female law enforcement division. She was a sheriff's deputy for 2 years when the military opened it for females. She enlisted in the Army and commissioned through the Officer Candidate School in April 2017. It was the first female honor graduate for the Infantry Basic Officer Leader Course in August of 2017.
So you're telling me no stranger to hard work?
Absolutely not. Thank you, Shayla, for your service. All the athletes here in the second heat continuing to work through their 45 calories on the skier. Now they will get behind that torque tank push 40 feet back towards the rig and complete 45 chest to bar pull-ups.
And you're seeing these really big, long strokes on the skier here. We saw that change from round to round. As the fatigue starts to set in, you get the interference from the chest to bar pull-ups and the biceps and the lats. You're going to have to start using your body weight more as you lean into the handles. But for now, we'll see these nice long strokes, finishing with that tricep extension towards the end. As these athletes really try to settle into a pace where they're not spiking their heart rate too high. Keep the lungs nice and opened up and working. There's a lot of work left to do.
Slightly to fail, continuing to work through her 45 calories. 12-minute time gap here. Second and final event for the individuals. Here on day number 1, event coming up next. And we have still this heat and then a third and final heat for the women. Here in Need for Speed 2. Judges' hands now starting to go in the air in mass. Lane 3 is Nicole Soto, who was the first woman done with those 45 calories, and now starting to move that torque tank. Short, choppy steps for her. And now going with some longer strides on that. Lane 5 is Carla Henriette. She's on the sled. Lane 7, the burgundy shorts, is Danielle Dunlap. And then Shayla Laurie, the bottom right of your screen, she's back to the pull-up bar. So all the athletes are going to get there at about the same time and begin their 45 chest to bar pull-ups. Laurie looks to maintain her lead. She's in the right top, the right side of your screen.
I think this is when the workout really starts here. You know, this big chunk of 45 chest to bar pull-ups, being able to minimize your rest here and give you a leg up the rest of the way, just because it has such a big propensity to interfere with the rest of the workout. Do a big set with your heart rate spike, you're going to be struggling to catch up on the skier the rest of the way.
Shayla Laurie was breaking up those chest bar pull-ups now. Back onto the pull-up bar, working through her set of 45. Want to thank Froendt, personalized scientific wellness. Visit Froendt.com to check out the official supplement partner of CrossFit, trusted by U.S. national teams and more than 100 professional sports teams. Danielle Dunlap, we saw her lane 7. Just finished up her set of 45, and she is now in the lead. So the lead changing quite a bit here in the initial stages of this event is now Danielle Dunlap in the black top. Is in first place, followed by Kelly Clark in lane 6, who's talking to her fiance in between events. He said they practiced this event, this was going to go really well for her.
Yeah, she's excellent at chest to bar pulls, one of her favorite movements. And I actually think this second place position right here is a good spot. We saw the previous heat, athletes like Rebecca Fuselier and Paige Henry hanging that second place spot. Let return to Nicolette Rodriguez set the pace early on and then make a charge in the back half of this test. So she doesn't necessarily need to be in the lead. She can let Danielle Dunlap front run all the way until this final set of chest to bar pull-ups and be in good position at that time.
Kelly Clark coming into this event in 8th place overall with 72 total points. A strong performance here in this event. Could launch her into the top 5 as we move into the weekend.
And I know she's riding high off of that first event. 190-pound snatch is a PR for her, and it's towards the top end of what she was hoping for. She went 3 for 3 on her lifts. There's no better way you can start a competition than hit all 3 of your lifts and then move into an event that you're feeling strong about with a little bit of momentum.
These are your top 3 on the right side. It's Kelly Clark and Danielle Dunlap. And on the left is Kat Grillo, who comes into this event in 3rd place overall, tied for 3rd place after 92 points in event number 1. So she's looking to hang on to a spot here inside the top 5. She'll need a strong result here with 10 athletes to go in this third and final game that follows this one.
Yeah, she's going to need a strong performance here because you look at 3 of the next 4 games behind her on the leaderboard. Tia Claire Toomey, Amanda Barnhart, and Brooke Wells. You know they're going to make a push at some point, so every spot is in every single event is important for an athlete like Kat Grillo, for a person who will win by the CrossFit Games.
Second place overall for Kat Grillo coming into this event. She works her way through now 30 calories on the skier. After this, she pushes the both head back down the floor and will hop on the floor bar for 30 chest to bar pull-ups. Danielle Dunlap is done, and she has kept herself in the lead now, working her way back down the floor on that torque tank. Kelly Clark's jumping his hand is in the air as well. She has just 2 calories remaining. And in lane 3, Nicole Soto is now done, and Soto moving into 2nd place. Behind that will be Danielle Dunlap.
And Soto made a ton of ground on that last set of 30 calories. She was in 4th or 5th coming into this last round. Managed to move up into 2nd. You can see her chopping her feet to start. I'm not so sure that's a great strategy. You know, football players, when you're pushing a different type of sled, that's something where you just keep your feet moving. But the way this magnetic resistance works, I think you might be better off with some bigger, more methodical steps just to keep your push on the sled a little bit more constant.
Now 30 chest to bar pull-up. Danielle Dunlap in the black top on the right side of her screen. She's your leader. Kelly Clark next to her in the gray top and greenish blue shorts. She's fighting Nicole Soto for 2nd place in this heat. The top time unofficially belongs to Rebecca Fuselier, 11 minutes even. She did that in heat number 1. 11:03.21 seconds officially for Fuselier. Now final handful of reps for Danielle Dunlap, and she is done, and now starting to open up a little bit of a lead on both Clark and Soto as she moves the torque tank 40 feet back down the floor for 15 calories on the skier.
And to fail, moving into 2nd, coming off on the pull bar in lane number 2.
The spots behind Danielle Dunlap have been changing hands quite frequently here in the middle part and now the back half of this 2nd event. To fail onto the skier, 15 calories that need to be completed here, and Kelly Clark is back on the sled. The top 2 on the screen as Clark is now in 3rd place, heading into her final skier. Has to get her sled all the way across that yellow line, and now she will get to work on her skier. Danielle Dunlap would love an event win here, 16th coming in the event. She's in a three-way tie for that spot with 43 points. Top 5 women at the end of the weekend will advance across the games in spots 6, 7, 8, and 9 will earn a spot in the last chance online qualifier.
And it's going to be close, about a minute to go. Remember, Rebecca Fuselier in the first heat, 11 minutes. Second the time she got off a little bit before that, so Dunlap's going to have to push if she wants to catch Fuselier, who went up early in the final set of chest of our pull-ups.
11:03 is the time to beat. Danielle Dunlap is going to have to lead to chase that down. 15 chest of our pull-ups, and then she closes with a final torque tank push. Emily DeFeo in lane 2, left side of your screen. The purple short pushing her torque tank back down. She will start her 15 chest of bar. Danielle Dunlap has yet to come off. And she's going to have to hurry if she wants to overtake Fuselier. She has 10 seconds to get back down the floor and across the finish line. The next best time unofficially is 11:25. So Danielle Dunlap looking to line up second right now in the event, and she will do it. She's across the finish line, just missing Fuselier's mark by a handful of seconds, but she will win heat 2. And here comes Emily DeFeo. Slide into third right now in the event, second place in this heat, and she is in.
She might have pushed too late because she was still gaining on Dunlap there, even towards that final set of chest of our pull-ups.
And now a race for third place in the heat between Kelly Clark and Leah Irons. Irons in the gray top, and Irons is going to get there first, just ahead of Clark. We'll have to go to the timing check or the official time on that one, because that was close. Here comes Kat Grillo. Remember, second overall coming into this event. Trying not to cede too much ground to her fellow competitors. She is in, and we've now hit the 12-minute time cap. Rebecca Fuselier is still hanging on to the top time at 11:03. Danielle Dunlap put on a good charge, just missing by a few seconds. But she was able to put herself in the lead pretty early in that event, and then fend off some challenges. 11:07.92 her official time, followed by Emily DeFeo in second in the heat.
We saw Danielle Dunlap and Kelly Clark move out to an early lead, both looking very comfortable on the pull-up bar. But as the workout started to go on, Dunlap started to separate herself, and by the end, she was pretty much all alone getting to the finish line. But Emily DeFeo was also close on her heels too, but Dunlap had just enough to hold on for that heat win. And so far, we're seeing a lot of athletes not finish underneath the time cap, so a strong performance from her guarantees the top half finish.
11:03, still your time to beat. The final heat for the women coming up next. Wisconsin, and you can be there to see all the action. Ticket packages are on sale now. Choose between Festival or a Festival Plus Coliseum package to ensure that you are on hand to witness the best athletes in the world compete for the title of Fittest on Earth. Be part of the celebration live at begins.crossfit.com and purchase your tickets today. Final heat for the women in event number 2 coming up next here at the Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville, Tennessee. Thank you so much for being with us today, everybody. I'm Sean Woodland alongside Tommy Rodriguez. We have Nikki Frazier down on the competition floor. A surprise leader after event 1 for
1.
With a total of 68 pounds, she's also raised herself with that here. 45 chest bar pulls, and then it's another 40 for four tank pushdown. That was here for 30 pounds. It's completely out of the break. Continuing to work here. Now, she is tied in first place. 45 unbroken chest bar pulls to the 49 finish with Lowry. And back down the floor. Here comes Haley Adams. So, keeping the pressure on Tia Julie. Well, I'll tell you what, after watching Tia rip off those 45 chest bar pulls and also pushing the sled without her arms, I think you'll see a lot more people copy that strategy going forward. The well back on the sled as well. She's not using her arms. Let's get a little insider training going on with improving fitness for a chance and tips and tricks. She is solidly in third place in this event. Wells tied for sixth, 80 points, coming into event number 2. Visa Copy is back up to Froendt, Amanda Barber, and Jess Griffin.
Visa got to highlight just how much of a difference good chest and bar pulls can make. And how big the difference they can make. Because she's one of the last athletes to the pull-up grade. Probably the last one in this heat, actually. Managed to move up 45 spots just for that first set of 45 chest bars.
The two gold medals now at Tia Tui, who got through those 45 chest bar pulls in a crazy amount of time. Tied for third place after the opening event. But if this continues, it won't be long before we sit atop the overall leaderboard.
Much like we saw with Megan, kind of having a less than ideal performance in that first test and coming out just all guns blazing in the next event. I think we're seeing something similar here with Tia Toomey. She's in a good place, yeah, still in a qualifying position, but I think she expected to win that first event. So not being in the top spot overall, she is fired up.
Julie with 1 calorie to go. Haley Adams stays in second. She has 3 calories to go. Julie back on to the torque tank. And once again, they're that technique that has worked so well for her so far. Working her way back down the floor. 30 chest bar pulls to win once she gets to the ball. Shots out the hands on the way. And it's just stuff like this that makes such a huge difference.
You've seen her chop up, you've seen her reset her gymnastics grips as well. All of those little things cost precious seconds traditionally during the transition time. She sets them out, and that's just what the changes, right? You're going to do the research and your homework out of the future to give you the slides that.
Haley Adams shocking up as she gets to the ring. Adams just trying to stay in second place here. Behind Tia Tui. Talking about the current champion, the reigning Korea CrossFit. Her Herod might be on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, people feel like they need to be the next athlete in line to take over once Tia decides to step aside from the sport. Take nothing away from Tia, but she's still got a lot of work left to do, and she's well on her way.
And just went unbroken on 30 chest bar pulls. She has done 75 chest bar pulls along with 75 calories on the skier.
This is just one of those performances that she seems just superhuman, right? Because she doesn't look tired. She looks casual. Calm on her face, right to the skier, quick transition, no hesitation.
Here comes Haley Adams, still in second place.
It's one thing to be stronger, a little bit more skill, but it's a whole other thing just to have that massive engine, that massive gas tank underneath it to fuel it all. Well, there's no letting out the gas pedal on this test for after like 2 minutes. It's mind-blowing sometimes.
15 calories for Tia Tui on the skier, then back down the floor with 15 chest bar pull up to the one final pro tank push across the finish line. absolutely demolished the time to beat, locked up 100 points, and her first event win here at the Mid-Atlantic CrossFit Challenge. And not even breathing hard.
I mean, who's telling you in the early heat was certainly impressive, but then to look up to the scoreboard and see that TXM went unbroken, each by nearly 2 minutes. That's an order of magnitude ahead of the rest of the field.
Now, this is huge for Haley Adams. Again, she was in that big pack of athletes who are tied with 68 points for 9th place. Second place in this event is worth 96 points, and Adams is in, so that will help her separate from that pack and also move possibly inside the top 5 as we head into the weekend. Brooke Wells is on her final set of chest to bar pull-ups. But Brooke Wells is very good at this, and she's breaking that up. That's just how insane what Tia Toomey pulled off really is.
And Brooke Wells, Haley Adams, both athletes in the final 5 last year in aerobics. I mean, you're talking about the fraction of a percent at the top of the sport, and still Tia is blowing them away. It's hard to see where the ceiling is, which is every time you take the floor, you see some improvement in some shape or fashion. And this is still a tremendous performance for Wells. She might beat the top time from the earlier meeting in Fuselier, so she's outside the top box. This is a huge finish for her as well.
And she's another athlete who is tied on the overall leaderboard, 6th place overall. With over 80 points coming into this event, she'll finish 3rd. And that will be good for 92 points. And now Fee should not be able to make up some ground. She will come in. And Fee will take 3rd place unofficially in this event. That will be good for 88 points for her.
That's a huge finish for Fee Sagapi.
And now a race between Amanda Barbie Chrissy Goldbrander and Jess Griffin. Goldbrander's going to win that. Griffin is in. Now Amanda Barnhart is still on the floor working through her chest to bar pull-ups. She is done. Barnhart back onto the torque tank.
And she's still pushing that torque tank with no problem. It just came down to the chest of our pull-ups, the upper body pulling strength again.
And she is now across the finish line. 12-minute time cap quickly approaching. All these athletes have to try to get as many reps as they possibly can in the final 10 seconds here. That's Megan O'Donnell in lane 2 on her final set of 15 chest to bar pull-ups. And that will do it for women's event 2. And we shouldn't be surprised, but I'm still a bit shocked at what I just saw. Tia Toomey smashing that event and picking up her first win here at the Mid-Atlantic CrossFit Challenge, earning 100 points in the process.
Tia Toomey goes unbroken on that first set of 45 chest to bar pull-ups, and really that was the separator from the outset. You know, she was utilizing that strategy of letting her arm tank being able to chop and reset her grips while she was pushing the sled. No wasted movement whatsoever.